Boys and girls, we've been talking a lot about the sun and how the sun is a star and the earth turns in a circle, right? And one day the earth turns, and because the earth is always moving and always turning, that's why we have nighttime and we have daytime. Today I'm going to read you a little information about the things that we've been learning in science about the sun and about earth and about night and day. And after I'm done reading, you're going to be answering some questions on your assignment, okay? So I'm going to click on the questions so that you can see them before we actually read. It's loading. Come on. Okay, so you're going to have 3 questions, so you need to pay close attention while we're reading to see if you can answer or if you can find the answer to these questions, okay? So up here we have our title, what causes night and day? Your first question says, the sun is a star. That's true, the sun is a star. But if it's a star, why does it look so much bigger than all the other stars in the sky? Why does the sun look so much bigger than all the other stars in the sky? So I want you to think about that question while we're reading and see if you can find the answer. Your second question says, what happens in one Earth day? Well, you might say, well, in one Earth day, I wake up and I brush my teeth and I comb my hair and I go to school. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about one Earth day. So pay attention to that question while we're reading. What happens in one Earth day? What happens to the Earth in one day? Okay. And your last question is, why can't we see the sun in the sky all the time? The sun is a star that never moves. So if the sun is a star that never moves, how come we can't see it in the sky all the time? How come it's not daytime all the time if the sun's always there? All right, so we're going to go back to our assignment. And if I click this little world, I'm going to find the reading for today. Okay, so I'm going to click it, and it's going to take me to my reading. It's loading. Okay, so here we have the reading for today. Chapter 2. We already read chapter 1 last week or the week before that. Okay, our chapter says, what causes night and day? Lynn saw changes in the day and night sky. Remember, Lynn was eating his breakfast, and in the morning he could see the moon. And he was like, what? Lynn saw changes in the day and night sky. What caused these changes? Think about the difference between day and night. It's the sun. When the sun is out, it's daytime. It is light outside. When the sun is not in the sky, it's nighttime. It's dark outside. So that's the difference between daytime and nighttime, right? During the daytime, the sun is out. During the nighttime, the sun is not out. You guys already knew that. To learn about day and night, we first needed to understand some things about Earth, the planet we live on. Earth gets light from the sun. The sun is a star. You see, we know the sun is a star. It looks much bigger and brighter than stars you see in the night sky. That is because it is much closer to Earth. Many other stars are larger and brighter than the sun. They just seem tiny because they're so far away. This sounds like one of the questions that we had. The sun is a star, so why does it look so much bigger than all the other stars in the sky? The sun is a star. It looks much bigger and brighter than stars you see in the night sky. That is because it is much closer to Earth. Many other stars are larger and brighter. So, guess what? The sun is not the biggest and the brightest star out there. There are other stars out in the universe that are much bigger and brighter than the sun. But they seem teeny tiny because they're far, far away. The sun is the closest to us. That's why it looks so big. How do we describe where the sun or moon is in the sky? You've probably heard people use the word north. North is up. South is down. East and west. Up and down. These are directions. Directions let us describe the location of objects or places. They can help us tell where the sun or moon is in the sky. So oftentimes people use a compass. A compass is used to tell direction. So people use a compass to tell the direction of where the moon and the sun are in the sky. So if you'll notice this little line, it's not like a rainbow or anything. It's giving us a line of how the sun moves in the sky. So the sun is over here in the east. This is the east, and it's moving slowly across the sky as the day goes on. The sun always rises in the east. So the sun always rises on this side in the east. And as the day goes on, it starts moving towards the west. The sun always rises in the east. It appears to move across the sky during the day. Then it sets in the west. One daytime plus one nighttime make one Earth day. Wait a minute, I recognize that word from one of our questions. Earth day. One daytime plus one nighttime make one Earth day. An Earth day is 24 hours long. Where Lynn lives, the sun rises and sets once in every period of 24 hours. So the same where we live, the sun rises and it sets in 24 hours. Alrighty, so we saw the sun moving, and then it sets in the west. It rises in the east, and as the day goes on, it moves, and it moves across the sky, and then it sets in the west. You may be wondering why you cannot see the sun in the sky all the time. Why can't you see the sun in the sky all the time? We have sunrises and sunsets because Earth is shaped like a ball and it spins. When one side is facing the sun, the other side is facing away from the sun. And this is what we've been talking about, right? During daytime, it's because this part of the earth is facing the sun. And when it's nighttime, this part of the earth is dark. So in 24 hours, we get to spin all the way around and we get to see the bright side and we get to see the dark side. We get to see daytime and we get to see nighttime all in one day. Only one half of Earth at a time faces the sun. It is light and daytime on that side. It is dark and nighttime on the other side. But as Earth spins, the light side becomes dark. The dark side becomes light. This is why we have night and day. This pattern happens every 24 hours. Where is daytime in this picture? And where is nighttime? Where is daytime in this picture? Right here. And where is nighttime? Over here. And isn't it cool? It's a pattern because this happens every single day, guys. There's not a day that goes by that we don't get to see daytime and nighttime. What would happen if the earth stopped spinning and we were stuck on daytime? We would never see nighttime. Or what would happen if the earth stopped spinning and we got stuck on the dark side? It would be nighttime forever. That would be so strange. But that doesn't happen because the earth follows a pattern. It's always going round and round, and it keeps the same pattern. Daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime. Okay? So, like I said, you're going to go do your assignment and you're going to answer these questions. Alrighty, go ahead and type in your answers. And then, if you want to read this again, you can look at the book yourself. Alrighty?